Hey guys, how are you doing? Good evening, good afternoon to each and every one of you guys, wherever you may be watching from. My name is Sarah, working in Egypt. I'm happy to be back again. Happy New Year. Hope you guys are having a good year. 2023. I'm so happy we make this well. Yeah, I'm so happy today. After worshiping, you watch my part one. I was just worshiping God. I didn't feel like doing anything today. I just feel like worshiping God and coming here to say hi to you all. Hopefully you're doing great. How are you? Thank you so much. I'll just take this opportunity to appreciate those who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Those such as my friends, Jennifer, wherever you are, Neolin, Ruth, again, each and everyone. I love you guys. You're my best friends. Those who will see me moving from one place to another place, I mean from glory to glory. God is going to move each and every one of us from glory to glory. And I wanted to have those friends that will testify that someday I will stand somewhere and say I was with this one, and they will testify on my behalf that God really has done so many things in my life. I appreciate God this year. Since the beginning of this year, I've seen God working in my life at a place of work. Every morning, afternoon, evening, I've just seen His glory. I see Him every day. First of all, He has given me life. Not that I deserve it, but it is just His mercy. I have seen many in the hospital, those who are just well last year, maybe from January, but whenever and in the middle of the year, something happened and they're in the ICU, some of them fighting their life. And I am so grateful to God that I'm standing today. I can go to the bathroom. I can do my things on my own. I'm so happy and I'm grateful. And how are you guys? How are you, all of you? I hope you're doing great. I feel like today I wanted to come here and just say something about myself, something that I would love to put down so that it can come out from my heart, that it can just, I can be released. Like I have to be released from some things. Maybe keeping so many things in my heart, sometimes it keeps you away from God. And yeah. What am I going to talk about today? Last time I talked about my journey to Egypt. So my journey to Egypt, it wasn't easy. So today I will just talk about my life. I myself, I was born in 1992, 25th December. My mother was married to a lovely man who was my father, although my memory cannot even recall it well, but I remember she married my mother and she had 3 of us. So after having 3 of us, it was me, I'm the firstborn, and then there's a secondborn, and there is a thirdborn who is a boy. The secondborn is a girl, thirdborn is a boy. But the bad news is that my sister, who is my follower, she passed on. We were sick, 2 of us, we were sick, we were really sick. And then when I grew up, that's when I was told she died. When I started having, senses. But before, I remember my mother used to tell me she's in heaven. She went in heaven. Someday we'll meet. But growing up, I just realized she died, and I'm so grateful that I survived. God had a reason for me to be alive, and each and every day I thank God that why didn't I die that time? It is because God had a purpose on my life. He has a reason why I'm still alive, and I remember it didn't stop that there. I got sick again some years back, and I went to ICU. Why am I saying this? I'm just saying this to remember where God has taken me from. No matter where I am today, I may not like where I am today, but I thank God that I am not where I used to be. So I got sick, and I was in the ICU. I remember I was really sick. I couldn't even move. I was like a dead person, and the cause was the meat. I ate meat, and the meat reacted on me very well. I remember when they gave me injection, the injection was just swollen, and it will have the passes. The pass will just be like too much. They will have to operate that place and remove passes. Oh, it was not easy. But I survived, guys. I came out alive, and I am still alive, and I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful that I did not die, that I'm still alive, standing. Unfortunately, I lost my mom in 2009. It was a sad moment for me because no one was there. Like, each and everyone was just busy on their lives, and that thing keeps on killing me inside me, that no one was there no one was even concerned about me. Not to talk of my brother, like, we were just there. Before I go into that, I have step brothers and step sisters. So yeah, they are there, but I can't blame them, because also they have families, and they have kids, they have wives, they have husbands. So I told God some years back, I told God that forgive me if I had any hatred about them or upon them. Let God forgive me, and let me be free from this guilty or this pain or this hatred that I am having inside of me. And I thank God that God healed me. God gave me reason to forgive and forget, even though you can never forget, but you can forgive. So I forgive. I've forgiven each and everyone who I thought they were just doing it on purpose, like nobody welcomed us. Remember, guys, my mother left my father 25 years ago. Let me say, before she died. So she died when I was in 18 or 17. So she took us with her. She took us with her. We were very young. We were very, very, very young. We were very, very, very young. And then later on, after the year didn't even, complete, my father stole us. I remember I was like 5 or 6 over there, because I started 1999, I was in class 1. I mean, 1999, I was in nursery. 2000, okay, 2000, I were, okay, 2000, let me say 1999, I joined nursery, but you know, it was like late. So my official school I started in 2000, where it was nursery, and then my class 1 I started like 2001 I was in class 1, 2002 I was in class 2, 2003 up to 2008 I was in class 8. I was supposed to be in class 8 in 2008, remember? Oh, damn you, election in 2007. It ruined our lives. Not my life only, but some of our lives. Many people lost education. Some of us who experienced that election, that period of election, some of us did not even, we repeated school, because the country was, you know, whenever you're going like to join class 8, they will say the school is full, the class 8, there's no position or there's no space, you know, and then you'll have to go back to class 7. Okay, that one is for another day. So my father told us, come to that story. But my father told us when we were little. We were very, very little. He stole us and he went to stay with us. And my father, to be honest, he was he was a smoker. When we talk about smoker, he used to smoke the big cigar. You know, the big cigar is the one that makes people go crazy. So my father was kind. I can say my father was kind. He is kind and he's loving. He loved us. But whenever he takes that cigarette, oh my God, he will hit us really good. I remember my father one day beating me to death. If I tell you beating me to death, that means I was half dead because he had to take me to the hospital. So I have passed through a lot. So after he stole us, he took us and we stayed with him, and oh my God, he married and this thing is happening in 1 year. This thing is happening. That is, he stole us like it was 1998, and then 1999, that's when my stepfather found us, and my elder brother, my step elder brother found us. They were just passing. There were 2 of them, and then passing. That's when my father, had tortured us enough, and then took us to his grandmother. I can say to his aunt. We call her our grandmother, but it was, for him, he calls her aunt because she was his sister to his father. She was the sister to his father, yes. So a little bit back, when we stayed with him, he made sure he has beaten us. You know, he will beat us, and then in the morning he will realize he has beaten us. He will buy us like bread, and say sorry. That way, that's what I remember about my dad. I have no idea if he's still alive. Someday maybe I'll go and find him, or because I've forgiven him for everything that he did to me and my brother, and also to my mother, because I remember my mother telling us he tortured her very well. So even sometimes my mother never used to talk about him. When you ask about him, she will tell you guys, I don't know, your father is dead. She used to tell us, my father is dead. May her soul rest in peace, because she was a strong mother. She raised us well. She raised us well. She raised us in a godly way. She was so strong that she took all that pain with her. Like, she was just an amazing woman, very hardworking. And in my life, I have prayed that let me be like my mother, a strong woman. That as I am growing, May I never be lazy. May I be the best of my mother. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's just taking care of us from heaven, because she loved us so much. She loved her kids. I could see her praying every day. I could see her, praying for each and every of her kids. She will mention their names. She will bless them in her prayer. She will bless each and every one of us. She will say, like, for example, she told me one day, she was just praying for me. She said, you will get married, you will wed, you will have a good life, you will have a great future. She prayed for me when she was alive. She wanted me to be a nurse. Unfortunately, I didn't make it educationally, but I'm so grateful that where life has taken me, or where life has put me today, I am just grateful, because the Bible says we should be we should be thankful and grateful for everything that God has done in our life. Even in a good time, in a bad time, we should just be thankful. So I thank God for each and everything. So after torturing us, our father now, he realized the stepmother did not like me, especially the stepmother. I remember one day she told me one word that, I will not even say it, but she told me one word that has never left my mind. And I was just 6 years old. You can imagine, 6 years old or 5 years old. But there are some memories that you cannot even erase from your mind. You cannot even put them out. They will stay with you. They will stick with you, even if you have forgiven people. But there are some words that people say. That's why I take care of my mouth most of the time. Whatever comes out of my mouth, I make sure it will not affect anyone. And if it affects, I make sure I have asked for forgiveness, even if it's 100 times, to make sure this person forgives me, or to make sure this person does not put me in her heart, because words are strong, and words that are spoken oh my God, they are strong. So every one of us, we have to make sure that whatever you are speaking to me, or to whatever you are speaking to that person, it is really good words or special words. Because if it is bad words, you have no idea what you will do to self-esteem of others. So, or emotionally, you can damage people. You can damage someone's life, or someone's head, someone's mindset a lot emotionally. So the stepmother was not. She was. Let me say, she was a witch. She was a witch. That woman was a witch. She was evil. And even if I've forgiven her, but wherever she is, may the Lord just forgive her. Whatever she made me pass through, it was abominable. There are some things that were abominable. If you see me putting them in a bad way, bad shape like this, abominable, just know they were abominable. But I thank God that we survived, because our father made sure he tortured us whenever he has smoked in those, in Nigeria they say Igbo, those bang, he will beat us. He will give us, this one was so big when we were rescued by, our stepfather. It was big that it was just red. You can see the red inside, the white meat inside. It was like, someone has cut you. I have also in the middle of the head. It's like this man wanted to kill me or what? The one in the middle was removed. some years ago, whenever I would go to salons, whenever someone will just plait my hair, the blood will come out. The blood will come out, and I used to have headache each and every time, and also I used to bleed from my nose. So I'm so grateful that today I'm alive. I don't have pain anymore. Although now sometimes the pain comes. I'll feel headache over my head or my eyes, but I've never gone for a checkup to see whether that place was damaged. But someday I will go for checkup, because sometimes I feel like it is too much. The pain sometimes comes, it normally comes back, and whenever it comes back, I cannot even lift my head. But I think over 5 years now, I've not had a bad pain like before. I used to even faint in school, but I'm so grateful that today I don't faint. I am still standing. I am strong, and yeah, I'm still grateful to God. So the story comes this way. After my father saw we were suffering, so this beautiful day, he woke up and he did not smoke. He saw me with pain. My face was ruined. It was ruined here. This mark will never go away. The mark was here. I'm sure it will never go away. It spoiled my face, even if I am not beautiful, but even if I'm not beautiful, but at least he would have left my face. He ruined my face over here, and he ruined my face over here, and he ruined my mind. Almost ruined my brains over here almost in the middle of the of the head, whereby that thing normally beats. What do you call it? And apart from that, one day he lifted me up and he dropped me, and I almost broke my lungs. Sometimes I normally feel pain on the side of my lung. What do you call this? Figo, inaitwa nini? Not this side here. So he hit me on the side. I remember finding myself in the hospital. So the neighbor could come, but this man could chase them away. That's how crazy he was. I was young, but I can remember some memories will never go away. And this one that you go and play like as kids, go play with others, whenever he finds you playing with those kids of neighbors, that's the day so the beating that I remember, this beating and this one and the face, we went out to play, and he found us. We were not on the door in the house. We were just little. My brother, I could just carry my brother on my back because the sister had died already. So I could just carry my brother and we'll go to play. He beat us. He beat my brother. And what makes me, think that this man wanted to kill us is when he beat my brother until I don't know what he used. He used to beat us with one unyo, I don't know. It is animal skin, something like that. Not animal skin, it is a tire, a tire whip. That one that they have just, sharpened, and it is, straight. That is what he used to beat us with. And that thing, that thing teared my brother here. Almost to the stomach here. Until now, that place has a big, a big mark. And my brother used to bleed a lot. He used to bleed a lot. And when I was in class 6, also, I used to have so many pains on my chest because the way he used to beat us and step on us. So That's the reason why I just wanted to open my YouTube channel and be, remembering those things and be putting them down, at least to remove that pain from my chest. Because whenever I remember those things, it pains. It's better to it's better to talk. I just want to like put down this pain by talking, by at least creating this video and my channel to be interested, so that when God has finally done with me, I'll say, indeed, this life can change. I want like one day to forget these memories, these painful memories, these bitter memories that has always killed me, I think part 2 will come when I will tell you after my stepdad found us. So actually my father realized that we were in pain. We were so much in pain, and he carried us and dropped us in our grandmother, who was his aunt. Unfortunately, the woman died, and also she tortured us really good. That's why I said, in this life, when you see people walking, don't judge them. Don't judge their faces. Don't judge their way of walking. Some of us, we were broken. Some of us, we were tortured. Some of us, we are living a testimony. We are just a living testimony. Some of us, we survived from a painful past story. See you on part 2. Don't worry, I'll come back here. Thank you so much for watching, and may God bless you.